Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is May the 6th, 2025, and as you can tell by the title, we're talking about donkeys, and there's plenty of donkeys running around this week, especially leading up to the Victory Day celebration there in Moscow and all the things that are connected to it that we are watching. As you can tell by the title, it says The Donkey War, and yes, I stand 100% behind this title. And I'm going to show you why. You hang on. Ukraine is going to blow you away with what they are doing. I'm wearing my Ukrainian t-shirt here, 511 Tactical. This has been on the front line nonstop, and I've got it on purpose today because I'm going to go back and show you something that will validate what we're talking about. Of course, there's Lavrov and there's Putin. Our donkeys are superior. And that would insinuate that Ukraine has donkeys. And I'm here to confirm to you today 100% that Ukraine does have donkeys. But their donkeys are far superior to the Russian donkeys. And this is why. One of the reasons why Ukraine is going to win this war, it's because of the technologically advanced changes they're making nonstop. Going to share it with you and show you video you're probably not going to see anywhere else. Especially my video. You won't see that anywhere else. That's my video. But thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing. We are growing and getting the message out, and we so appreciate all of you guys. Let's jump right in. We're going to start here. This is why Ukraine will win. One ground-based drone does the work of an entire platoon, saving every person's life and defending the territory of Ukraine in complete safety. Now, I'm going to show you the video of this. On the right there, you can see a prototype of this donkey. This is the Ukrainian donkey. This is a prototype. Zhenya, my partner, and I were on the ground up with the first one really ever created and helped get it to a unit. Here, let me go back in time. I want you to see this. This piece of equipment is unbelievable, and I'm excited that all of us together are able to partner in it. And tonight, to give you a sample preview of what we're going to help Ukraine with, check this out. Yeehaw! Oh, yeah. They were trying to run me over with it. But see, guys, that's right back at the very beginning. This prototype, we're there, we're helping, we raise the funds because of you and all of your goodness. Thank you. But now it is advanced, and it is seriously called the Ukrainian donkey. It's saving lives. Here you go. Without further ado, now look where this thing has come to. There you go, guys. And just a reminder, I'm telling you, thank you. Thank you. And I know the title and the thumbnail and all that, but I'm sharing 100% gospel truth with you. That is the Ukrainian donkey. And it's one of the reasons why Ukraine is going to win this war. Do not give up. I remind you of the Russian donkey. Now, they do put a helmet on theirs and a anti-drone system. So that's their ground-based units. Compare that to the Ukrainian donkeys, and you can get the whole picture. Now, also today, Merz took 2 times, but he is confirmed as a new German chancellor. This is good news for Ukraine if everything goes as he stated in the past. A new German chancellor has been officially elected to replace Olaf Scholz. Friedrich Merz became the new chancellor on the 2nd attempt. Now, this is what Ukraine is banking on, hoping for. We know they've been let down by so many nations so many times. He said he stated during the campaign process, he repeatedly stated that German military support for Ukraine must be increased, including the transfer of long-range Taurus missiles, and has also promised that Germany will provide Ukraine with the 3 billion euros in aid that Schultz had frozen. So this is good news for Ukraine. Now, this is all donkey day. I got to get back to the donkeys, and Mertz is not a donkey. But here we have Zakharova and Lavrov on this week. And as I have shared with you guys, Victory Day celebration for Russia is not just a day where they're going to have the parade. This is an entire week of celebration. All the world leaders that are coming in, and they are coming in, China, Brazil, major nations there. Other delegations have adjusted that are not coming or changing. For example, Modi from India not coming, but that is due to he says the war there potentially between India and Pakistan. So lots going on, but world leaders coming in, they'll be doing all of their partying all week, and Zakharova and Lavrov taking every opportunity to continue to spew the donkey madness. So let me give you a couple clips of their donkeyness today. Here is Zakharova. You're just not going to believe this, guys. Zelensky's now a terrorist. So this is exactly one of those cases where a comedian, he's now fully rebranded himself into an actor of global terrorist. And his latest statements are truly confirming the terrorist nature of the Kyiv regime. And of course, this is a blow to the Ukrainian people themselves, because this is not just disrespect, but this is a mockery of the veterans of his own country. And it is clear it's an attempt to humiliate the veterans of our country as well. He has betrayed everyone, his own people, before whom he once knelt. Oh yeah, he's betrayed everybody. What else can I think of to say bad about him? That terrorist. That's a bad guy. You know what I say to you, Zakharova?
Slava Ukraini.
That's what we say to you, Zakharova. Now, she doesn't stop there. Now, let's take it from Zelensky and let's take it to the entire European Union. She continues to talk that you guys that are watching in Europe, and you're the EU, you're the enemy. The EU is now stained with brown spots under the pretext of what they call a threat from the East, just like the Third Reich once did. It's remilitarizing, preparing for war. They do not even hide it and openly call our country an enemy. Clearly, they've learned nothing from history. There you have it, EU. You are the enemy, the Reich. You're preparing weapons to come against Russia. You're stained with brown everywhere. Let me tell you something. The only brown stains I see are in places where human anatomy functions properly through the digestive system when the Ukrainian drones are flying on Russian territory. There's brown stains to go around everywhere. Now, Lavrov, I told you it was Donkey Day. Lavrov not wanting to be left out, he wants to put his statement out there. Ladies and gentlemen, EU, Lavrov. It's very important not just to preserve the memory of the veterans of the Great Patriotic War in World War II, who ensured our future and today's progress for the decades and the centuries that are ahead, but it's also important to remember the diplomatic experience and the diplomatic lessons of those events. And it's these lessons that are priceless, especially today when the entire European continent is waging a war against us, mobilized, as I've said, under Nazi banners. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this stuff up. I'm translating it, getting it to you so you can hear it. The donkeys are rolling today in Russia. But as you have learned, Ukraine has their own donkeys, and they are far superior. That's where we're at. Plenty is unfolding. I'm looking over here to my right now. Air alarms. There have been heavy strikes throughout Ukraine. Sumy, Kharkiv, Kherson. It's a tough day. We've lost even children today. Were killed in Sumy. Ukraine sending hundreds of drones over Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to prove to be a week that may change the future of this war. We shall see. But one thing that is not going to change, a lot of donkeys on their side, but ours are better.
Слава Україні!
There you go, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back at you again. Thank you. Look forward to your comments on the donkeys. Appreciate you sharing, commenting, liking, turn the bell on, and telling others we're fighting for truth together. Be blessed.